Okay, hey guys, we're on recording now. Yeah, so I did not get to watch the Holly's good. Thank you, Marina. She is in surgery like all day. She's getting a bunch of stuff done, so I'll pick her up later. Anyway, so I did not get a chance to watch yesterday's mastermind, so we will have Sam coming on and just kind of talk about how that. Sorry, I'm gonna mute everyone. But I heard the mastermind was amazing. I heard that it pumped everyone up even more. I heard that it was very long. So thank you guys to those of you who got on, but it is really important to kind of get all the information out. So I do love those masterminds because they do give us like so much information. Thankfully, I knew I was going to my sister's graduation this weekend and I'd be driving on Sunday. So I actually got on a call with Rob, Nate, and Rye on multiple occasions last week, and then I got on a call with just me and Rye before the mastermind. So I'm kind of caught up with everything, but I just don't know exactly what was said there. So, I'm just going to repeat what I know, and then Sam's going to come on and cover anything that I missed. But basically, this launch is going to be awesome, and they've done this before. They did this when I think it was like October, when Amelia had basically been wanting to go to 6A or 6A2 or something. They did another like little launch, and from my understanding it was very, very successful. Rob said that he had about over 100 people just coming into CEO from Amelia, and there was trifectas left and right, and coaching calls were booked, and that launch is actually what got me and Marissa to join the business. And Marissa is a 6A now, and I'm a 6A now. So it's huge. I mean, you could get people to join who knows, maybe they would have, or maybe they wouldn't have, or maybe it would have taken them more time. So the reason that it's so big is because we're sharing this with our personal network, right? Which is kind of scary for a lot of people. I know a lot of you joined because you wanted to just do the ads. But here's the thing, even the people, and I'm going to, if you take only one thing away from this call today, take this away, is that even the people that join this business to just run ads and get to 6A and beyond just with ads, they still have to grow a personal brand. So I'll say that in a couple different ways right now. For example, Joey, who is the cop from New York City, or just New York NYPD, he's awesome. He's going to be 6A very soon. And he did this. He said, like, he looked me in the eye and was like, Lacey, I did this all through Facebook advertising and Instagram advertising. I didn't have a following before this. I didn't have X, Y, or Z, whatever. But if you guys go to Joey's page right now, I think it's like Joseph Dentu, TC, whatever his name is. Maybe someone could type it in the chat. He is now like an influencer online. He's now like talking to him, like his people in his story, and he's posting the most inspiring posts, and he's sharing with his network, and he's growing his network, and he's personally developing, and he's doing all the work that people like me, or people like, I know Gabby has had a following in a business before this, have done for the last few years. So even though you don't want to grow your personal following and you might be a little scared to like post, on there, this is a bone that you are going to have to grow, or I guess a muscle that you're going to have to grow and work on, because this is something that's going to take you to the top with your entrepreneurial journey. You all join this because you want to be entrepreneurs. So at the end of the day, you have to get really comfortable talking to your audience. You just have to. And I'm sorry if I'm the first person who's telling you this, but I always tell my team this. I say, like, okay, you can 100% do this through ads. That's totally fine, but you're going to have to grow into a different person. It doesn't matter if you do it all through ads. You're still going to have to grow into that person who is inspiring people, because that's what people want to be around. That's what people are going to join. No one's going to see your ad and then go to your page and see that you're not, a passionate person about something. You don't have to be, and that's another thing. You don't have to be just like me, or just like Abby, or just like Joey, or just like whoever, Sam, Dylan, Robin, whatever. You don't have to be exactly like whoever's an influencer and has their own page, but you have to find your own niche, and you have to be consistent with posting every day. You have to be consistent with posting on your story. You have to turn into an entrepreneur. And that's what we do as entrepreneurs. We work from anywhere. We make a lot of money. We have incredible lives. We have such free lives as far as, financial and time freedom and stuff. But we do have to be conscious that these people are joining us because they want our energy. They want us. They're buying us. So you have to become the person that someone wants to buy. So does that make sense to everyone? Does anyone have any questions on that before we go ahead with a little more information on the launch? Does anyone have any concerns with that? Like, well, Lacey, like, I don't know about this. Like, please, this is a very comfortable and safe space. No one sees this recording unless they're on the Free Life or Kangen movement. So you're welcome to talk and ask any questions or concerns that you have. Sorry if I'm being a little like aggressive. Sometimes when I get really like excited about something or like passionate, I like yell at you guys, and I don't mean to, but I'm just really excited for you guys, because I truly know that every single person on this call wants a different life, and you're capable of a different life. And whether you're a mom, whether you're whatever, like, you know, whether you're 20 years old, whether you're 50 years old, it doesn't matter. You're all capable of growing and expanding and becoming something absolutely incredible. And just to give you guys a little bit of like inspiration, this weekend my sister graduated college, and my parents were not able to be there, and they've been going through a really rough time. So, you know, me and my brother were there for her, but had I not had this business and been able to treat them to dinner and to breakfast and to, you know, my sister to little gifts and stuff like that, it would have been a hard experience for her, seeing everyone else there with their parents and everyone else getting flowers and stuff like that. And so we do these things not just for ourselves. We do these things for our family. We do these things for, you know, our dogs. We do these things for just a better life overall. So if the only thing that you have to do is, you know, post to your network or grow a new brand online to become a successful entrepreneur, then I think that that's worth it. And if you don't think that that's worth it, then I don't know what is worth it, you know? I'm going to read some of the questions here. So I have 2 accounts and I'm building that brand on my wellness account. Should I be doubling this over to my personal? Marina, that's totally up to you. So that's a really good question, because some people have like families, not saying you, but some people really want like that personal account. They like just want their account for just them and their friends and their family. And while I don't have that, because I don't really feel that way, I feel personally like I'm an open book, and I just, you know, want to be open with everyone and everyone. But I can understand when people have that, especially when they have kids. I feel like maybe when I have kids, I'll feel that way more. That's fine. If you just want your personal account to be just you, whatever, that's totally fine. I do think that there's still significance in sharing sometimes on that account, like your, I don't know, just like your excitement about this business, maybe your excitement about CEO event, or just even like being honest with your personal network about just like what you're doing, you know, where you're traveling and stuff like that, what's on your mind. But no, you don't have to be posting like both. What I've found for me is that I like posting on my personal, honestly, almost more. I have my personal page, which is Lacey Daunt, and then me and Steven have the Free Life, which I pretty much run too, and that's like our business page. But I like personally posting on my own page more, because I feel like it gets people to understand like who I am, what I'm about, what I do. But you asked another question, and I'll get back to Robin's question. I also have followers for my part-time job, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to not make it look like I hate my job, but still be authentic. Got it. Yeah. That's like that's huge, right? And it's hard it was hard for me. Another story I can compare that to is I used to work for my family, my cousin at the Albatross, our family establishment. I used to own the yoga studio there, and he hooked me up with work hours. He gave me a lot of time off. He gave me a lot of, you know, flexible hours. He gave me an incredible yoga studio. And so when I was transitioning and I was like, F the 9 to 5, you know, I don't want an office lifestyle, blah, 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 I did, you know, have to have a talk with him. So Marina, however it comes off the most authentic to you, like maybe you even talk to the people you work with and you're like, hey, this is not against you, this is sort of just like a selling tactic, or you just be really authentic when you're sharing on your story. Oh my god, it's so hot, you guys, I have to move. My back is on fire because it's like in the sun. People watching this recording are probably like, what? All right, so Marina, yeah, so you just figure out what works best for you in that sense. Like I really truly feel that people who care about you and love you and want to see you succeed won't be offended by what you're saying as far as like your new journey and as far as things that you disliked about your old journey. They'll know it's not personal. You're not saying like, oh my god, I can't stand the people I work with or the people I work for. You could more so just say like, time freedom is something I'm super passionate about. And even though I absolutely love the job I do, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I don't have the option to just take a random Wednesday to go to a random vineyard or like, you know, whatever it is. Sometimes I don't have the option to go on a trip or wake up without an alarm, or, you know, the random things that you find that you're able to do, that entrepreneurs are able to do. You can even Google like some of the things. Sometimes I still think of it today. I'm like, God, sometimes I want to eat lunch at 11. Sometimes I want to eat lunch at 2. I feel bad for the people who aren't allowed to really choose. Their lunch is at 12 and that's it because they're a teacher, or like, whatever it is. Like, so just try and find like real things to talk about when it comes to that. And I don't think that they would be offended. But again, you don't have to. I feel like before I've made any sales, I don't feel comfortable selling myself and my lifestyle because I'm not in it right now, but I'm all up for it once I get some sales done and the ball is rolling. That is like everyone's initial question is like, well, I don't have that lifestyle now. So why am I going to be like fake and share about how I have that? And that totally makes sense to me. Here's the thing though, like no one starts by having that lifestyle. I didn't start by having that lifestyle, but I started by becoming the type of person who would have that lifestyle. So I did the work myself until I was comfortable really like putting myself out there. So I totally understand, Robin. It's definitely not like an overnight thing, but it's definitely, and this is all in my experience, in my opinion, some other people are welcome to hop on here who have had some success in the online world and kind of talk about how they've navigated that beginning steps. If anyone wants to come on here, I'd be really welcoming to that. But for me, it's sort of like I really did love to share things that just inspired me and things that, so Robin, you have this team call happening right now, and you have, team calls on Monday nights and masterminds on Sundays. And those are things that you have now because you bought into this business. So you can literally say, I can't believe how much free content I have. I can't believe how much free personal growth I have. I have access to 6-figure leaders that literally come on the line and answer my personal questions that I ask them, stuff like that. So like you can start sharing just the benefits of this in that way for people just like you who want to get started, who might not have those sales just yet, or that financial freedom just yet, or even that time freedom just yet. But people like you who are like, ooh, like Raman has access to these people, or she has access to, these trainings, or she has access to, like, I kind of want access to it. I want to see like what I can do with that. And then you can say, these people started from where I'm at. This is so exciting to know that they all started from zero and now they're here in X amount of time. And that's sort of how I navigated it too. I kind of like, when I started, I was obviously in debt with Holly, but I still wanted to keep up my positive attitude. So I was like, all right, I can't wait to join this movement where I can have access to all these trainings and all of these 6- and 7-figure earners and all of this personal development and just this community where I can just get together with them and really just know that we're such like-minded individuals and get so inspired by the events, when I go to these events or when I hear about them or when I see them. So start thinking of that. There's always something to share on your entrepreneurial journey. It's just different things that you'll share on different steps of the journey, if that makes sense. I do feel a little discouraged not making any sales. And have heard interested people, but still nothing. I've been working on mindset though, law of attraction. What is the normal sale time? So that's a good question. There's really not like a normal sale time. It's really just like when it comes, it comes. And sometimes sometimes it doesn't come for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Some people I've heard a year. That's not going to be any of you, but when it comes, it comes. And that's what I've seen mostly is like when you get your first sale, you get your second and your third, and it kind of stacks up like that. It's hard not to be, I guess it's hard not to be impatient when it comes to that. And I totally understand that. I would just say the more you work on yourself personally and just exactly what you were saying, Elia, like the more you listen to law of attraction and start to shift your mindset and shift your energy, the more you're going to attract the type of people who you actually even want on your team. So sometimes people make sales and they're like, this person and I don't vibe at all. Like, I made this sale through an ad and this person doesn't really even know me. So that's another huge benefit of growing your personal Instagram. Sorry, it's windy. Growing your personal Instagram so that you can share, you can attract and share what you like. And so these people are coming to you and they know you and they love what you like, and you like gardening and they like gardening, and they're joining your team and you guys get to talk about gardening, and maybe all of a sudden you have an event together, in a garden about, Kangen water or whatever. So that's another huge plus of just get really comfortable starting to share and build your brand on social media. And as you make your sales through advertising, amazing, but you're going to be making sales through people who are just attracted to you. So don't worry too much about the sale time. Look at the back end stuff of working on this and working on you and growing as a person. And then that's what's going to attract people, as well as your ads and stuff like that. Abigail said that she can relate to you, Marina. So send her a message on WhatsApp if you didn't see that. confused on where we send leads from our ads to our website link or to the Facebook group. It really depends. Like right now for the launch, you might want to send them just to the Facebook group. You can say like, hey guys, you know, we have this new launch going on. It's not happening for a long time and it's something that we've never done before and I'm really excited. And you can just go to this Facebook group and it's actually going to be free for the next week to have all this content that you wouldn't have had. Yeah, I think this week, depending on the lead, depending on, you know, how warm of a lead they are and how excited they are to get on board, I would almost leverage this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leverage this as a way of getting people who are like kind of sort of interested, but not really even like super interested, and be like, well, this is your time. You're not really that interested. We haven't talked much because you're kind of like not, you know, not in, but in. Go into the Facebook group. Here's my link. Get in there, you know, whatever. If when people are like, well, I'm like kind of really interested, I'll say, okay, well, if you're really interested, just go right ahead to CEO Pro, because we're going to be having a lot of people joining CEO Pro now. If you want to be one of the first to get in there and get on a coaching call, I suggest you do it now. And so it's kind of like that, oh shit, like they're going to be having a bunch of people joining. I better get in before all of them, you know? So kind of leverage it as a way to just even get people to go into CEO Pro and nix the launch, or even while they're on the launch, start really like talking to them and getting them really excited and saying, hey guys, you know, at the end of this launch, a lot of people are going to be joining CEO Pro. If you want to get in early, let me know and I'll send you my link prior, like between us or something like that, you know, so you can get people excited and get them in and truly get them in before you get a bunch of other people in, because I do think this launch is going to be incredible for people to hear from a lot of people in this business and know that what you're doing is for real, especially if a lot of you just joined. It's kind of huge to get them on board and excited and hearing from a bunch of people in the community. I think just being fully authentic is what I need to tap into more, and having the courage. Yes, Marina, yes, it's courage, and it's something new that people aren't used to. You know, you can't just start sharing on social media and having it be comfortable right away. It definitely gets more comfortable as you go and as you stay consistent with it. And I've just been finding that the people who do just say, you know, screw it, I'm just going to share on my platform and whatever, they have these random sales or these random people coming through that they're like, I had no idea this person would sign up. And I've had that conversation with multiple people, like, damn, like I just got, you know, comfortable and I just shared with my network and this random person was interested and is now a member on CEO Pro. Like, and I'm like, yeah, that's sometimes how it happens. You just never know who's following you or who's excited about what you have to say, or who's going to be more attracted to what you say compared to maybe what someone else says in a different way. You know, I've had a lot of people join on with me and they're like, you know, I saw Amelia post about it and I saw Marissa post about it, but once you posted about it, I understood and I got it and I wanted to join. So now someone's going to say to you, Marissa, you know, I saw Lacey post about it and I saw Amelia post about it and I saw, you know, maybe Diana post about it, but Marissa, when I saw you post about it, I was really interested, like, and I vibe with you, you know, and that's fine. And that's what we want. We want people to go with who they vibe with, because there's a never ending amount of people in this world and there's always going to be people to join us. So we all have that abundant mentality. And when you have that abundant mentality, the right people come to you and just sort of works out in your favor. How long is Facebook group open, just for the launch or forever? Sorry. No worries. That is a question that maybe Sam can answer when I turn this over to her, because I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Sam said, yeah, Robin's launch is going to be from today till the 30th. So I'm going to have Sam hop on here soon. Do you guys have any more questions for me? And I would do what Diana's saying. You know, I've just been telling people 10 days, so they're more inclined to like get in there. Bree, you raised your hand. You can unmute yourself, Bree.
Yeah. Hi. I'm in Oregon right now and I'm freezing, but it's a nice change. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I was just going to say to those people who are asking about, you know, just authentically posting when they haven't had any sales yet and everything, you know, something a lot of us do, and I know you talk about a lot too, is posting other people's stories. Like I post yours all the time, and just other people's stories that inspire you until you have your own. So that's something that I think a lot of people do that helps. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Thank you. Yes. And Bree is someone who has never really done a business like this. She's always been an entrepreneur, but this was one of her first times doing this, and she just gets it. And she's someone who's really refreshing, because even having never done this, she has been able to kind of gain that confidence and grow as a person like really quickly, to be able to understand like, okay, you know what, I'm putting this out there to my network because I don't want to settle for any other job. And she's had crazy jobs before that have given her, you know, the ability to travel and do stuff, but she doesn't want to have to settle for working for someone else. So she just went right ahead, and she's what we call coachable and just does literally anything I say. If I'm like, she's like, yeah, I got it. And
you're the best coach. You're easy to follow.
Thanks, girl. So it's like, it really is, we're all here to support each other too. So if you ever get like uncomfortable and you're worried about posting or something, just know that we're all feeling that same fear, or we're all getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Where do the leads get tracked? That is something I'm going to let Sam answer, but I believe Ryan said there will be a spreadsheet or something like that. Let me see if there's anything else I want to tell you guys from my chat with them. And just so you know, the Kangen movement, I'm not going to go too far into that, but we don't know 100% when it's going to be launched. So that's why Amelia and Marissa haven't been giving a ton of details, and that's why I haven't been giving a ton of details. We just don't know. We're in the process, and Amelia has been absolutely incredible, and Shayna and Dave and everyone just working on that back end stuff. And that's the only reason they're not doing the CEO launch. It's nothing against CEO. It's more just like they want to get this all up and running for us. And we've all been recording videos like nonstop, and they want to make sure that it's like baller, so that when it does get launched, it's amazing. And it's very similar to the CEO platform in the way that we're going to have, health and wellness funnels or whatever they're working on there. I really don't know much, but it's just gonna be another amazing launch. But I wouldn't expect it actually for the next few weeks. Hopefully within the next few weeks, but maybe a month. Who knows? We just don't know. So I'm happy that we're still focusing on the CEO launch, because I do think that this will bring us in a lot of members. And for the newbies, we want to get you guys rolling. We want to keep that momentum going. And by newbies, I mean anyone who's signed on within the last few months, because you're still very new to this business. I'm still very new to this business. So I want to keep my momentum going too. So don't think if you've been in this for like 3 months, you're like washed up, because you're not. You're definitely still in it. And same for those of you who have been in this 8 months or a year, whatever it is, you're still very new to your business. If you think about, Grace has sent something to our group today, she's awesome for the inspiration. If you ever need inspo, go to Grace's profile. But she sent something like Beyonce trained 8 months for a 2-hour performance. Like, if you think your business is going to move quick, then you're fooling yourself. Like, sometimes it takes years and years. And I always think back to some of the most successful people, Oprah going, having to refinance or whatever, going into filing for bankruptcy or something like that. And now look at her. There's so many people who are much, much older, and that's just when their business takes off. Yes, Gabby, please come on.
Hey guys, so I'm Gabby, here in Las Vegas. I am 2 days old to this business, so I'm fairly new. However, I do want to, I've had network marketing experience in the past. I'm a business owner, so I am super excited to really just pour all my knowledge and everything that I know. If you have any questions regarding your niche, being authentic, just, faking it until you make it, I'm here for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're here for the long run. You're not just here for one sale. So don't think that after you make that sale, you're going to feel so good and you're going to have this posture. You probably won't have the posture or the authenticity that you're looking for after that sale. It's going to build as you go, and as you go through rough shit, and as you, from situation to situation, it's never going to feel 100%. Lacey doesn't feel 100% all the time. Like, she just fakes it until she makes it. She's a business owner. She has to figure it out, and she just goes as she has to kind of figure it out. So don't think that you have to be like someone else, imitate. This is your journey, and you have to take your time. And I love, that uncertainty is what gets you going to that next step. Don't feel like you're going to feel 100% motivated all the time, but know that this community, like the amount of people that are on this call is pretty surprising to me. Like, Lacey, this is so cool. I mean, talk about this. A lot of people don't have community. They don't have people to talk to, especially to dream big with. So just brag about the community that you have. That's something that you do have. So focus on what you have rather than what you don't have, which is the sale yet.
I love that. That is the best sentence that I could have heard today. Focus on what you have, not what you don't have. Like, write that down and make it your phone background, guys, because it's so easy to focus on, well, I don't have 100K. I don't have 150K. I don't have one sale. But it's so easy to see what you do have right in front of you. And what you do have right now is a community, inspiration, everything that these ladies just said. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, Gabby. That was such an inspiring little nugget. And yeah, like I said, Gabby's going to help us get out some videos for the Hispanic audience, because I know that we all have it, and every single person should have this opportunity. So I'm super stoked on that. And all right, let's see if we're able to upload our thank you videos. We're all in the advisors, or any advisors here are in the advisors chat, and Ryan is working on that. I think he just wrote, grab my phone. I think he just wrote something about that. So I will keep you guys updated. Okay, so I'm just gonna actually hand this over. It's already 12:30. I'm gonna hand this over to Sam. I'm gonna probably have to hop off like right at 1, but we'll see, just depending on how the day goes with Holly. But all right, let's hand this over. Sam, you on here?
I'm here.
Awesome. Okay.
Sorry,
That's okay. That's okay.
Cool. So some of this might just like be like a broken record from what you were saying as far as like authenticity and all that stuff, because honestly the two things from the mastermind that I pulled, if you guys didn't watch it at all, the two things are the calendar, that like the framework that Rye put up. So if you haven't looked at that, definitely go look at that, because it breaks everything down. And then the other thing was like storytelling, and just getting into your why, your story, what's going to like grab people's heartstrings, honestly, like, you know, what is it, what kind of pain, what kind of, what can you give to people in that way where they can relate? So it's exactly what you were talking about with just like being real. So the calendar, like, it starts today. The launch starts today, and basically what they're going to be doing in the group is like countdown images up until the 27th. And then on the 27th, there's going to be like training and value and all of that given. So something that's really, really cool about this launch is that people love free shit. And this is just a free way to have access to this community, the leaders, and like get insight into what it is that this business is, what online marketing is. There's not going to be any like a magic posts or anything like that. It's simply just like getting to see the back end, and like having interviews with like Ryan and Marissa and I don't know, Lacey probably, and seeing how people got successful in this business. So it's a really cool way for you to like reach out to your community, your social network following, your friends, anyone who's like, what the heck are you doing? This is a really, really cool way, because they have no obligations at all whatsoever. They just hop in on the Facebook group and they get to like ask questions or just see what this business is all about and see if it's for them. And if it's not, cool. If it is, then at the end there's going to be like a webinar way to like follow a link to get into CEO movement and all of that. So that's like basically it for the mastermind that I pulled from. I would definitely say, I would recommend, can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay, cool. Tom, I don't know exactly who he is, but he had a really, really beautiful story in the way of like his storytelling and how this launch really ramped up his business, and just like got super vulnerable, and just like everybody has a story. If you don't think you have a story, you do. So it's just digging into like what that is and how can you be super real with people, because we all love this business. We came in here for some reason. So find what that is and then put it into like a readable story form. And so I would say like definitely go watch his little section of it because it's really beautiful. The other thing is like the thank you video, which I feel like you guys touched on, but that's going to be huge too because it puts your face to the link. So I'm going to be figuring out what my story is like specifically and then doing like a little thank you video with that. And I think that that's a really good way to grab people in an authentic way, rather than having Ryan's face up there whenever you send people the Facebook link. So this launch is like really awesome and a really good thing to take advantage of. And it really was just talking about like staying consistent and posting every day and all the stuff that Lacey preaches all the time. Like that's what this mastermind was about, was just like following the calendar bit by bit, and posting and being open. Yeah. And Marissa said she was gonna like hop on here and tag team this with me. So Marissa, if you have anything that I missed, feel free to jump out.
Please, anything. I want to also tell you guys that I just posted a story. Obviously, for those of you who haven't made sales yet, it's not a story that you'll be posting, but I just kind of sat there in the car on the way home and I was like, basically what Gabby said, like, what do I have right now? Like, what am I grateful for that I have? And for me, it was the not having stress over my finances, because I'm just gonna mute everyone. That's been such a game changer for me. And so I just posted, if you want to go to my Instagram, just look at it for inspiration of what, maybe you guys could post or something like that. Not being stressed about money is so much more than like having money. It's just the ability to not be ridden with anxiety over things like what I was just talking about, something like being able to treat my sister on her graduation day, or being able to pay Holly's vet bills and stuff. Just a bunch of different things I've been able to do with this new money. And so that's kind of a way that I'm going to be leading into the launch, because that's something that's like close to my heart right now. So find something like what Sam was saying, like find something that's close to your heart right now that you can share, that you're really excited about with this business, and just truly be like your most authentic self. And yeah, I'm really happy that they're doing this launch, because this is something that I've told, our team is really special because we've grown so quickly, and we have just a crew of like the most authentic people. And I truly think it's because every single coaching call I get on, you guys all know I was your coach for at one minute or another, probably on a call. And I tell you guys, like, I do recommend being authentic with your personal network. I recommend you guys growing that muscle of personal development and growing as a person, because that is the most rewarding part of this business. And that is what is going to take you to the top. That is what's going to make you a 7-figure earner. If you look at any of these guys, even Nate Wells, who is like a very introverted person, his social media would say otherwise. He still shares about trips with his daughter, and he still shares about where he works. And yes, he grew this all with Facebook advertising, but when those people came through as leads, they saw him. They saw a person with a daughter who travels with so like you just always, and that's what Ryan's trying to stress with this launch, is that he's trying to give you guys a big community of people who are posting to their personal network, which is scary as shit for a lot of us, but we're all doing it together. We're all doing it as a team, as like one big family. So it feels a lot more comfortable than telling you, on your own, Wendy, go post on your own to your personal network about X, Y, and Z. No, you have a whole community of people doing it with you, so we can literally hold your hand when it gets really nerve-wracking and your cousin from, freaking Kansas messages you and tells you you're doing a pyramid scheme and you suck. Like, I've literally had that message before from my cousin, who was like, Lacey, by the way, what you're doing is absolutely illegal, and I'm just looking out for you, but like you should be careful because you're gonna get arrested. And I was like, okay. When you want to like scream at them and like strangle them and be like, you're so like but you don't, because I have this community and I'm like, I know this is real. I see my checks every day. I live this life. This is real. But some people, will never be okay with that. But that's what we want to get across to you, is that that's okay. That's something that you grow, that muscle you grow every single day in this business. It's just, there's never going to be everyone who's going to love you. And as you start getting to the top, more and more people are going to judge you for it. And because they don't understand what you're doing, there's 3 reasons why people judge you. 1, they don't understand. 2 is that they're jealous. And 3 is that they love you and they're scared for you because they wouldn't take this opportunity or this risk or anything. Or, maybe your parents judge you. They're not jealous and they don't dislike you, or, they may not understand, but really they love you. And they're like, damn, I don't want to see you fail, but you have to be okay with it. You have to look your parents in the eye and be like, hey, I'm okay with failing, because that means I tried. That means that I did something I've never done before. And that means when I fail after that, I'm a different person than I was before. So while thank you for loving me, I'd actually rather you just support me, because I'm doing this with or without your acceptance, and your acceptance would mean the world to me. That's something you could post on your Instagram story today, is like, hey guys, you may not understand what I'm doing. Some of you may be jealous of some of the things I've been posting money wise. You may love me and you may just be scared that I might fail. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do this because I have a huge community behind me and because I'm ready to become someone that I've never been, and I'm ready to have a life that I've never had. So your support would just mean the world to me. Like, if you want to join this free group and see what it's all about, then I would appreciate that. And I would love your feedback on it. You could take that approach. So just like really, really brainstorm different approaches to take, and take this past the launch. Take this throughout your whole business journey. Always remember that this call where we were talking about different ways to approach your business and different ways to launch your business and become a leader and share with other people how you're launching. One of my favorite things about this is that so many girls, Gabby came on and was like, hey guys, I made these slides, and you know, just in case you wanted some inspo or wanted to see them or, you know, whatever. And anything that I share, I'm always like, you know, guys, take it or leave it, whatever you want, share it. I don't care. We're all like a big family here. So whenever we come up with different ways to share that's working for us, let's come on and let's share them. Hey, Erica. All right, guys, does anyone else have any other questions or anything to say? Marissa, you want to hop on? Sorry, I totally, is it Marissa Harris that's coming on?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know how to do this.
I see you.
Wait, so it just like works. Okay, so I have no idea how to do this. I'm on Yates's thing, so sorry about that. I think Sam really covered everything, except the only thing that I would say I really wanted to touch on was definitely, if you guys weren't on there, oh my gosh, make that stop. If y'all weren't on there, definitely go look, just because they have like a lot of guidelines for the storytelling and like the copywriting and things like that. And then on the thank you video, they do have like a lot of guidelines and suggestions and tips and things like that to go through. And then they did give us some like homework, I guess you could say, if you were participating on like the launch. And they wanted us again to just create this story, like come up with our authentic story or whatever the case might be, and work on a thank you video. And they also were saying like try and come up with 10 compelling posts that we can obviously engage people in over these next 10 days. And obviously any leads that you guys have had in the past, definitely get in touch with them and like offer the group to them or see if that's something that they might be interested in, because really that was really it. I mean, they went into really good depth on like the storytelling and the copywriting and the thank you video. So that's definitely something to go touch back on when you come to do that. But really that, and then just being authentic. Yo, I know it sounds so crazy, but take it from me, it's hard, because I even ask people all the time, like, well, I'm not necessarily where like other people like Lacey are at or things like that. And I do use people's stories. Like I use Lacey's story, I use Bree's story, I use a lot of people's story all the time, just because you want people to see you on every step of your journey. Because when you take people with you on that journey, it engages them so much more, like so much more. So I guess if I have like any bit of advice or information, would be my best suggestion.
Thank you.
Can I add on to that?
Yes, add anyone. Come on, unmute yourself.
Yeah. So with getting in touch with your old leads, I posted this in the CEO launch WhatsApp group. But if you guys want to go into voice menu or voice memos on iPhone, is my screen too bright? You can actually record a voice memo and then just saying, I'll put the prompt in the chat, but just saying, talking about the launch and how it's a free group. And then you can press like the 3 buttons on the side right here and then press share. And then you can go into Messenger and just type in your leads' names and send them a voice memo, but don't mention their first name. Just be like, hey, I remembered you were interested in working online, blah, blah, blah. And then you can just send it to like a bunch of people, and it'll just take you like 5 to 10 minutes to just catch up with all your old leads. Super quick.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Diana.
Can I add something, Lacey?
Please.
Yeah, so just to add on to what they were saying, I know sometimes you don't want to go back and watch like a whole 2.5-hour video. So if there's just like 2 main things you want to just go back and make sure you hit in the video, it's like she said, the whole exercise where Tom talked about getting to your why. Because a lot of us, like, you think your why is something more general, just like financial freedom or something, but he really does a good job of explaining to you how to really, really break it down. And like Laura came and said that whole, your why make you cry. Like, I know you say that a lot too, Lacey. So he did a really good job of just helping break that, and so it's really, really clear. So that part I would say make sure you watch, and the Instagram story training that was at the very end. I think that really helped for anyone trying to work on stories. Like the way that they broke it down, I literally took like a picture of every single one they did because I wanted to do like just how they said it. They had some really good tips and tricks about that. Also, if anyone didn't see Balaz's mastermind last week, did you see that, Lacey? It's so good. So anyone on here who hasn't watched that, like, go watch it, because it's like there's so much good information on there, and it just really helps you get in this mindset of like, don't be afraid to tell people you're a network marketer. You know, we have to like own that, and just like, I love the way that he talked about that. So I don't know if everyone has access to that or how they can, but that was really, really good. So I think that's important. Oh, and just one last thing, because I saw somebody just mention this in the group chat about the Facebook group just going public, because I know some people on here are really, really new and probably don't maybe know that there's two separate groups, but yeah, just so everyone knows, the old group is the one that's going public now. That's the whole point of the launch. So the pro one is never going to be public. So just to clear that up for anyone, because I know that seemed a little bit confusing maybe for brand new people. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you. No, this is so helpful. Does anyone else have any questions or want to come on here and give any more info? Diana, I'm gonna type this in the chat too, but can you share those? I think you were writing like things that you say to people or something. Can you share that in like a post on the Free Life Movement, just so we can have it after this chat?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. That's so awesome. Any other questions, guys? Anyone else like confused? I know there were a lot of people messaging me that they were confused and stuff.
Can we just reiterate the meetings? I'm getting a little bit used to the Monday meetings and just like what time and what's what.
Yeah. So from now on, that's a good question. Our Free Life, which is actually me and Marissa's team, we're going to stay together as a team. In the future, we may break apart just because we're both growing really large now. We both probably have almost 100 people underneath us, which is crazy. But Free Life is going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So this time, moving forward, the next, whatever. So Free Life, 12 p.m. Eastern. Kangen Movement Call is, and for the foreseeable future, will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Mondays. So both Free Life and Kangen Movement are on Mondays. One's at 12 p.m. and one's at 9 p.m. And I'm always going to be talking in Eastern just because that's where I'm from. So it's just easier for me. But from wherever you're from, just know that when I'm saying is Eastern. So just put that into effect for wherever you are. I have a lot of people in Europe, so I just decided I want to kind of give the Europe people a chance, because a lot of our calls are at night and I know that they're ahead of us. So yeah, 12 p.m. for the Free Life. And this call will usually always be recorded, and same with Kangen Movement. But obviously, as you guys know, it's so important to get on the calls live. It's just like makes so much more sense, and it's like a lot easier if you can than going back and watching a recording, and you're kind of like, you don't have this energy that we're all super fired up right now and taking notes and excited. And when you go and watch the recording, it's kind of like, all right, I'm by myself in my room watching a YouTube clip of something that already happened. Sorry, very blunt today, but so if you can hop on the calls, it is important. I know that Diana and Wendy are in Europe, and they were getting up at like 2 a.m. to get on calls the last few weeks, which you go girls. And so, yeah. All right. So, and then the mastermind for CEO is always at 12 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. Those are the 3 calls a week that I try and get on, like every week. There's like another leadership call or something for Canada on Thursdays, I think, in the CEO group. Does anyone get on that one? Has anyone gotten on that one? I'm sure it's exceptionally valuable. I just try and have the most free time I can. So I like to use my time. I like to get on these 3 calls only, but I'm sure the Thursday one is awesome too. Has anyone done their thank you video for the launch? I haven't done mine yet. Gabby said she has. If she's comfortable, maybe she'll share it with us in the CEO launch on WhatsApp. Otherwise, anyone else who's done it, please feel free to just send it to our WhatsApp CEO launch group. That would be really helpful. If you ever, guys, like are comfortable sharing your ads or like whatever it is, know that this is a safe place to share them, and no one's going to copy them exactly. And just so you guys know, do not copy someone's ad if they have like the decency to like share it with us and give us what they've worked so hard on. Don't copy it word for word. Yes, absolutely get like, some words from it and get some inspiration from it and maybe get some picture inspo from it, but don't like use the exact picture in post, just so that we can all, have our own thing. I've been seeing really good, is Rosie on right now? I don't know. I don't see her. But Rosie's rad. I just signed her up last week, I think, at at any point. And she literally has already had a trifecta sale, and she's already has her Instagram ad up and running. And I saw it today on my Instagram, and it's the cutest sponsored post. I think I might have sent it to you guys. If not, I will try and send it over. But she's someone who is just like went for it. She just signed up and she's like, all right, I'm going for it, posting ads, posting stories. She posted a really cool 3 ways to attract money, like a money manifestation, IGTV. I think her Instagram's just Rosie Yogi. But yeah, just she's already like going for it. And so like that momentum is what's going to get you guys like rolling. So if you haven't had a sale yet, treat today as your day one. Today's day one. I'm starting this business right now. I'm really in. I'm all in. I'm doing this, and I'm going to share on Instagram. I'm going to share on Facebook. I'm going to, maybe you have to create a whole new Instagram page because you're just not comfortable sharing on your personal page yet. That's fine. But make today your day. Like, you're going to start this and you're going to do this, because I want that for you guys. I want you guys to see all of the success that you want to see. All right. Might sound silly. Sorry, I'm reading your question, Robin, but is the way we get commission just by the lead clicking on the web class, and then if they buy, we get commission? Yeah. So commission, depending on what if they sign on to CEO Pro underneath you, you get an affiliate commission for that. You're gonna be getting, I think, like $20 a person. So once you have about 4 people signed on, your monthly payment is covered, and then plus you start getting an additional. So say you have 200 people underneath you, you're getting an extra $2,000 a month, which is a good amount per month that could cover someone's rent. And then the commission for the trifectas is really where you're gonna be getting all these checks in the mail. That comes through Enagic. So when they sign on CEO Pro, you get an affiliate commission for that. You go through all the training videos, all those welcome videos you went through, Robin, and then you go through the Enagic offers section. All those videos basically prep you to buy a trifecta, right? They tell you like the importance of a trifecta, why you should do it, whatever. Then they get on the phone with a coach. In your case, it'll be me, an advisor. In your case, I will be the advisor for your people. So I'll get on the line with them. They'll schedule a call just like you did, and we'll go through the same process you did. Basically, here's how you buy a trifecta. Here's like the information, set you up with an accountability partner. Let's get you rolling. So it is like a very quick and automated process once you get someone signed on to CEO Pro to buying in with Enagic. What I like about the Conga movement moving forward, from what I've heard, is just that their only offer is going to be Enagic, which I love, because I know CEO is expanding to have other offers, which is important for CEO, and I totally respect and love that. But for the free life, honestly, the only people ever allowed in our group are Enagic affiliates as of now, just because that is going to be the way that I believe is really going to exponentially grow people's businesses. And I felt sort of weird, or at sort of a loss selling low ticket items and telling people they could have this extravagant, amazing lifestyle when I hit the top in a company and I still didn't have that extravagant, amazing lifestyle. So why am I going to tell someone to do this? I know they're not going to work as hard as I am, because I have been able to break records and lead them in the wrong direction. I truly feel like I'm leading you guys all in an amazing direction with Enagic, and I don't feel bad about it at all. So that's what I'm always going to be offering to you guys is to do Enagic, to have this success that I've seen, because I know it's possible for you guys. So that's something that I really like about Conga movement moving forward. If that makes sense. Someone say something.
Hear me? It's Erica.
Yeah.
Right. So right now that you're speaking about that, I was just wondering, how the CEO launch is happening and then the Kangen movement. Do you suggest we wait for the Kangen movement one? I don't know if you guys spoke about this already, since I got here super late, but I was just conflicted. I don't want to confuse people with like CEO, and then because I already have some leads that they're friends, so I kind of want to send them to CEO. But see, I could tell them, like, explain to them. But how about the people that I don't know? I don't want to confuse them. So what do you suggest?
Yeah, that's a great question. And this is why a lot of people aren't participating in the CEO launch, because they want to just focus on Conga movement. My whole thing is that you guys, everyone on this call has affiliated with Enagic. Everyone has gotten their trifecta orders in or whatever orders in. You guys want to get started right away. I don't know when Conga movement is launching. I don't know if it's going to be next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. It could be a month out. They could only have like 40% of their stuff done right now, which is what it's looking more like. So while they're trying to get it up and running as soon as possible, which is amazing, they still don't have it going. I want you guys to start working and getting your sales in and we'll cover that launch when we get there. And I truly don't think that there's ever too many launches. You can never launch too many things. There's always going to be an upgrade, and the closer together you can put a launch, the better it's going to be. Like, I see Gabby nodding, right? Because she's launched different programs, and she even knows the only reason we don't launch new shit every day is because we don't have the time to create new shit every day. So it's like, when we have like 2 platforms to be able to launch and someone else is creating all of it for us, CEO is creating all this for us, Amelia is creating all this for us, we're literally like given a gold nugget. We're given 2 launches. Like, this is huge. I think everyone should be promoting both launches, in my opinion. Yeah, go for it, Gabby.
And also, you're attracting 2 different demographics. So Kangen movement's more like, you know, beachy, yay, let's travel, all these things. Well, that's at least what I've seen. I resonate with them 100% way more, but I know that there's a lot of people that follow me that are like more of the masculine, like let's get to it, talk to me about the numbers, like I'm all about the business. So maybe you can kind of filter out those 2 types of leads or 2 prospects and, you know, do 2 different focuses for the launch. So there's so many different ways that you can go about it. It doesn't have to confuse your audience, because yet again, you're focusing on the same movement, the same goal and mission, and it'll never filter out.
Yeah, that's exactly that. Those are my feelings and thoughts. So Erica, to answer your question, I would focus on both launches. I think it's the best way to kind of continue to get people in, and when they're in CEO, they're in CEO, and CEO is still an incredible platform. I mean, it's gotten us all to where we are today. It's gotten Amelia and Marissa where they are today. So let's not like forget that and keep pushing people there. And then once they're there, when we launch Kangen Movement, we could say, hey, you know, if you want to break away from CEO and not pay that money monthly and just do this, you're welcome to. But if you want to do both, do both. I'll probably do both. I don't know. Because like what Gabby said, I think my masculine audience is going to vibe better with CEO. I think most of my audience and me probably vibe better with Kangen Movement. So we'll just see, and we'll have so much at our fingertips for only like $79 a month, whatever Kangen Movement is. You know, it's crazy, like the opportunity that we have here. So that's what we want to like stress. And to answer your question, Marina, so this is off topic, but it's something that I actually wanted to announce to you guys. So of course, so Coach, when your advisor, Marina asked, would we ever get on that coaching call with you and our person? So Robin was asking, you know, if someone comes through my link, will I definitely get commission for their trifecta purchase? Yes. Make sure that you're underneath them as their sponsor, but their advisor just means who's getting on the call with them. And make sure that if you have a new sponsor under CEO that actually signed on, to let your advisor know, hey, by the way, Diana just did this. She said, hey, Lacey, by the way, this guy Nick is under me. He came through me. You're going to have a call with him on Tuesday. Could I hop on the call? That's perfect to even do. It helps your advisor so much, because we have a lot of calls to do, and we're doing this all for you guys, which is, we love it, but it does help us a lot. So thank you, Diana, for doing that. And you don't even have to go that far to find out when their call is. You can even just say, hey, I have, you know, this guy Nick is under me. He's booking a call with you. Maybe like, can you let me know when his call is or whatever. I'll probably ask you to get us in a group chat, honestly. So if you want to just take initiative and go ahead and get us in a group chat with your sponsors and say, hey, Lacey, you know, hey, Nick, this is Lacey. This is going to be your advisor, but I'm going to be working with her to help you guys get started, whatever. Now, Marina, if you want to get on that call, you're so welcome to get on that call. Honestly, like I would say, if you plan to ever be an advisor, I got to keep switching that word. If you ever plan to be an advisor, start getting on these calls with your leads and start learning the language. I have about 8 advisors under me. And a lot of people think that you have to go through this crazy training academy to be an advisor. And I truly don't believe that. I think I differ than most of the other guys on this, because they're like, make sure your coaches are ready. And I'm like, my coaches are ready. Like, it's not rocket science to sell a trifecta when you guys put it there to us so perfectly on the business launch blueprint. All we really have to do is get them the numbers and get them the location. So if you ever want to be an advisor, it is going to be starting to be a paid thing. I don't know when, so I can't give you that exact date, but I'd say go for it. Let your coach know, or let someone know, hey, I want to be an advisor. I want to be in the advisors chat. Just do it when you're ready to become one. I have a coaching group for my group only. So if you're under me, sorry guys, whoever's not under me, but I'm sure Marissa has something similar. But if you're under me and you want to be a coach, let me know. I will add you to our Free Life coaching group, and I won't technically make you an advisor yet, but I'm thinking I'll start funneling people in there who want to be an advisor, so that I can start sharing and answering any questions and concerns. And then when you're ready to be an advisor, I can tell Rob, hey, you know, X, Y, and Z wants to be an advisor. They're ready. They've been in our coaching chat for a while. They've been asked all their questions. They've got all their language down. Really, the only language you need to have is kind of that like sales language. Anyone who's done this before definitely has it. Like, someone like Gabby who's done network marketing. I just keep saying Gabby because I know she's done network marketing before. I'm sure a ton of you have too, but just someone like that knows already how to talk to someone and sell something, you know, so it's really no different than that. So I hope that answers your question there. Any other questions? Anyone else want to come out and talk?
I just have one more thing because I feel there's going to be a million questions about this because it's one thing they mentioned on the call yesterday was the only way to track who you're sending to the new page is through sending them this link to put in their name and email. So you find this link on the same page on CEO Pro, you know, on the website where all the links are. They added a new link where you go and just copy and paste that link and send that to anyone that you want to go to the old Facebook page, and that way they have to put in their name and email through that link, and then they have direct access to it through there. So that's just one, make sure everyone knows that. So that's how they're gonna track the new people you're bringing in for the launch.
Perfect. I love that. And that, to add on to that, you can say like, hey guys, if you don't put your name and email in this link, I won't be your coach. If someone's signing out under you, they want you to be their coach. So just say that straight up. Say, hey, you have to fill your name and email in this because otherwise I will not be your coach and we will not be partnered together, and who knows who you'll get, you know? So make it 100% that they do that. Promote advertising links to have. Awesome. Thank you so much, Diana, for posting that. Oh, thank you, Marina. Yeah, me too. She's going to be fine though. And you guys are so welcome. Does anyone have any more questions? Anyone want to come out and say anything or anything? It doesn't have to be about the launch. Questions or concerns about anything? Thank you guys all for getting on. This is huge. 25 people, and I changed the call time. Usually that means not, you know, usually we have a little over 30, but I think that this time will work the best for a lot of people. Hopefully we'll figure it out. But now you guys can get on this, you know, the people who can get on this can get on this, the people who get on Conga Movement get on Conga Movement. I'm super excited for San Diego. Thanks for bringing that up, Marina. I hope you guys are all going. I'm definitely going to be there. And then we have Maui in October to look forward to, which is just going to be Conga Movement. So it's going to be even cooler to get to connect with all of you guys in that way. Yeah, I guess we'll just end this call now because it's been an hour and I hate going over an hour because we all have stuff to do. So I'm going to unmute you guys and we could all just say bye. And I'll try and get this recorded or uploaded like right now so everyone else can watch it who were thank you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.